What's up, boys? Welcome to episode 5 of AJ Academy. Today we're going to be going over what an order block is and how we use them in our trading. So the way that I teach you guys how to use order blocks and that you are going to learn how to use order blocks is going to be a little different than the standard order blocks you guys have probably seen on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you learned them so far. And the way that I trade them basically is going to be a little different because I don't know why actually, just this is the way I was taught them, the way I trade them. I think I naturally adapted to trading them this way. But people always tell me like, you trade order blocks differently, like why the fuck do you trade them like that? Like, I don't know. This is how I trade them and this is what works for me. It's what I found works best. So like, if it ain't broke, you don't fix it, right? So here is a little description. So an order block is going to be kind of a range full of orders that are waiting to be filled by institutions and banks that will drive price back in the given direction it was coming from, right? So if we are in an uptrend, right? Low, higher high, higher low, higher high, uptrend. We have a move to the downside. The move that created the higher low, is going to be your order block once we close above it, right? So in practice, I'll show you guys some examples right now, but give it a minute. First, I want you guys to understand that what I mean by the last move to the upside before a move in the opposing direction, or the last move to the downside before a move in the opposing direction. What does that mean? This leg right here, this small leg, let me highlight it for you guys who can't see it. This bearish leg, we're in an uptrend. We have a move to the downside, and then we get a candle closure above the most recent swing high, right? That's telling us that price is remaining bullish, so we are in a strong uptrend, right? The last move to the downside is going to be an order block. There's going to be a lot of orders resting in this range, right? Because this is the last move to the downside. A lot of buyers are going to want to buy when price retests this zone. So what we can expect price to do is to come back down, retest this area, and then give us a nice reaction to the upside before we take out more levels of buy-side liquidity, right? Same thing goes for a bearish order block. The way we are going to view, by the way, screenshot this because I can see it's like my face is covering it. So screenshot this while you still have it before I move on to live examples. This is very important. Take notes, right? Bearish order block is going to be the last move to the upside before we get a nice displacement to the downside, right? Same concept of the last move in the opposing direction to the trend, right? We are in a downtrend. Why? Lower low, lower high, lower low. And we are going to get a lower high inside the zone we retest. And then we push lower and take out more levels of sell side. Let's say this is sell side, right? Sell side liquidity. We have this low resting below us. The last move to the upside before a strong displacement to the downside. We're in a downtrend, right? High, lower low, lower high, lower low. Downtrend, right? The last move to the upside in a downtrend, and then a candle closure below that entire move. This is a swing low, all right? We got a candle closure below that swing low. This is now an order block, right? Price, in theory, right? It's not always going to work, but this is in theory what I'm teaching you guys. Should come up, retest this zone, and then give us a nice reaction to the downside, taking out more levels of sell side. And in theory, we should enter off some sort of reaction here and target sell side. That is how we use order blocks, right? And let me show you guys some live examples of them, right? This morning, we took a long off an order block, all right? Look at price. Price is very choppy right now. This is the 4-hour chart, by the way. All right, I'll give you guys the time frames you guys will need to use later, but that's not important right now. I'll make an actual video on time frames, right? But, excuse me. All right, so this is an order block. Why? These are all order blocks, actually. This one, and this one, and see how they all get respected, right? What is this candle right here? This is the last down close candle before a move to the upside, and we get a candle closure above the swing high. This is the same thing as this, just in actual practice, the charts are not always going to be as clean as this example. We have a move up, a move down, and a move up closing above the previous move down. What do we have here? We have a move up. Right. Oh, make sure you guys can see this. Hold up. We have a move up We have my charts are black. Black is just red. I have this because it's just simpler for me to use. I do highly recommend changing your chart colors, just because if you're going to be day trading, you should not associate red with bad and green with good, because in the actual markets, red is considered like a bloody market. It's not good. It's not what investors want to see. If we're shorting, we do want to see red. So I recommend, if you guys want my chart colors, let me know. Just comment below. I can make a video on it. But that's going to be another video because it just has no correlation to what I'm teaching you guys now. And it will help your psychology because you will not be associating a color with good or bad. That's why my charts are white and black. Just helps me disassociate red and green from good and bad, right? We got off track. Sorry. What do we have here? We have a move to the upside. This black candle down. It has to be a down close candle. It can't just be a move down. It has to be a down close candle. We got a down close candle here, right? And then we get a reaction to the upside. What does this candle do? Can you guys see as well? Sorry, my face covers like half the screen. This candle closes above. Look at this candle's close. It's above, barely is, but it's above the swing high. Can you see that? Look how the candle closes above the most recent swing high. That is telling us that price is remaining in an uptrend. And while doing that, it also disrespected this bearish fair value gap, right? You guys learned inverse fair value gaps last time, right? Telling us that price is ready to push higher, right? What do we have here? A bearish fair value gap, right? Because this is kind of what I'm teaching you guys before, like price, oh my God, market just opened. These are kind of theories coming together, right? All right, we have a green candle, red candle, green candle. The wicks don't overlap. Bearish fair value gap. What does price do here? It closes above it, disrespecting it, telling us that price is ready to move higher, right? While doing that, we also close above the last down close candle, giving us a bullish order block. Think of it as a sandwiched candle. If you want a bullish order block, you're gonna need green, black, green, red, green. It's like an Oreo, right? Green, red, green. If you want a bearish order block, you need red, green, red, right? So what do we see here? Let me go in replay mode so we don't have today's data. This is what I saw coming into market open, right? This is where the market was looking like. We have an order block right here. You draw it from, this is the way I draw it, and I find it very useful. You see which ones get respected more. They should be getting respected like this. You draw with this to a line. You can get a line, whatever line you want, or you can draw them like this. I know people that draw them both ways, and it's the same thing. It's the last move to the downside before an opposing move to the upside, right? Candle closure, red candle, right? Keep in mind my black candles are red and my white candles are green, right? So we get a candle down closing, and then we get a candle closing above this bearish fair value gap, inversing it and breaking above the swing high, telling us price wants to move higher, right? So now we have a 4-hour bullish fair value gap. Now what we can do is hop on a lower time frame until price taps into the 4-hour order block, which is this line right here. Tap into it, and then we start a small uptrend to the upside, right? We get continuation to the upside, and then market just crashed. This is not good price action. In theory, price should have kept going up, but price is very choppy as of right now because we did have FOMC yesterday, right? Let's find some more example for you guys. More examples, sorry. This is another order block right here. Why? We're in a uptrend, right? Right here, right? Price is in an uptrend, right? We're getting higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher low, higher low, right? What do we see here? A move to the downside before a move to the upside, closing above the swing high right here. What are we gonna do? You draw it out from the candles open, the candle that opened to the downside, right? This candle is the last down close candle before a series of up closing candles closing above the swing high, right? That is going to give us the line that we draw it from. We draw it from the candles open, the bearish candles open. This creates a bullish order block, right? OB is just order block, that's what it stands for, and the plus is just for me to know it's a bullish order block and not a bearish one. For bearish, I put minus, right? Price taps into that order block and then pushes up higher. right? What do we see here? We're in an uptrend. We see a move to the downside, down close candle before a strong closure above the most recent swing high. What does that give us? Another bullish order block. What does price do? Comes and taps into it and then bang, rips, right? What do you see? Order block, tap, order block, tap. This is another order block. Why? We have a move to the downside right here. This is also an order block that didn't really get respected as well as the other ones. Now we look for bearish order blocks. This is a bearish order block right here. A move when we are in a downtrend, right? We're in a downtrend right here. Let me delete everything. This is a candle closure to the upside. Green candle and a series of red candles. What does that give us? This is a sandwich candle we're looking for. You draw it from the candles open. Bearish order block. Shit, how do I? Right. What does price do? It taps into it and then it pushes lower, right? I am bullish, so I didn't really want that to get respected, but that's how price works. We can't always get what we want with price. Is that a valid order block to show you guys? Yes. All right. So this is a volume imbalance, but the candles open would be here because this is just the candles fucking glitching, but this is basically how it works. We are in a downtrend on the hourly. What do we get? Oh, here as well. The last up closing candle in a series of down closing candles is going to be right here from the open, right? What does price come do? Watch how price taps into it right here to the tick and then shits the bed. It just goes down and down and down, right? So that is some examples of bullish order blocks and some examples of bearish order blocks. I actually hope you guys understand what it is because it's not the most complicated thing. A lot of my students do struggle with it, but think of it more as a sandwich. That's the way I think about it. If you want a bullish order block, you want green, red, green, and the last green candle has to close above. Let me draw it out. Green candle, red candle, green candle. And the green candle has to close above the most recent swing high. Oh my god, I'm on my 3rd Celsius of the day. I'm gonna like die. Oh, I have to hold this shit. Are you serious? Alright. Alright, what are we gonna get? Green candle, right? Red candle. Alright, what does this create? Now we have a swing high, right? Because you have a green candle and a red candle. You have a move up and a move down. This creates swing high. What do we want price to do now, right? Hold up, let me like draw this shit in so you guys know it is a bearish order block. This is a down close candle. This is a red candle, right? We want price. Does it not do shit? We want price to close above that swing high, giving us a displacement candle to the upside. Now that we close above the swing high, we draw the order block from the bearish candles open, right? This is the bearish candle, this is the open, all right? Order block positive, right? This is what it's going to look like in practice. This is what it is going to look like in stupefied like TikTok terms, right? We have a move. What is this, right? A move up, a move down, another move up, closing above the previous move to the upside. The last move to the downside is going to be our order block, right? This is the same shit. These two are the same exact examples, just one is with stupid lines and one is with actual candles. This is what a bullish order block is going to look like, and what we expect price to do is going to be to tap into it and give us a continuation to the upside. We only use it for continuation, all right? Now, a bearish order block is going to look something like this. I'm going to keep this here so you guys can get an actual visual representation of what they look like. Down. Oh my god, I'm stupid. All right. Bearish candle, right? We are in a downtrend in this scenario, right? We get a nice candle to the upside right here. And then what does price do? Shits the bed. Why is that so ugly? All right, shits the bed, right? I don't know why my candles used to look nice or now they look hideous, right? Closes below the swing low, right? What does that give us? Displacement to the downside. Now we have an order block. These are bearish candles. Where do we draw the order block from? Right? We draw it from the open of the opposing move in the trend, right? The opposing move in an uptrend is going to be the down close candle. The opposing move in a downtrend is going to be the up closing candle, right? So uptrend, the open of the opposing move to the downside is going to be the red candle. In a downtrend, the opposing move is going to be the up closing candle. So now we have a bearish order block. So you draw it from the open of the green candle for a bearish, and you draw it from the open of the red candle for a bullish order block. It's really simple, and explaining it sounds so complicated. Like if I was new to trading, I would not understand what I am saying the first time around watching this. And I'm trying to dumb this down for you guys because I'm also new to teaching. I'm learning how to teach as I go on with this. But you guys should be picking up on this because it is really not that complicated, right? Look. Oh, my bad. Just cracked. Displacement to the downside. And last move to the upside before he moved to the downside. Displacement to the upside, last move to the upside before he moved to the downside. Order block, right? These two are the same shit, right? And these two are the same shit. Screenshot this. Bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. Screenshot this. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Comment, DM me on TikTok, Insta, Discord, and I should be there to answer. All right, peace out, boys.